Ladies and gentlemen, we now present George Edwards in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Dr. Jekyll? What are you doing here?
I was called in to attend to this young lady. A serious case of hysteria, I'm afraid. I must ask you to leave us as soon as possible. Otherwise, I can't answer for the results.
Huh? What's the matter with her?
She had a bad fright earlier in the night, and the sound of you knocking on the door downstairs seemed to have had a violent effect on her.
Well, I'm sure I'm very sorry, but we had our orders. We've got to search this place. A man by the name of Hyde.
Edward Hyde, the murderer?
That's him. He was seen in Kensington Gardens this afternoon, and it was reported to us. We've traced him all over the place. First, he took a cab and went to a little hotel in Limehouse. We almost got him there, but he gave us the slip. Then he was seen down by the embankment, and last of all, we traced him here.
Here?
Yes, not 10 minutes ago, someone saw him creeping along this street and hiding in the doorway. Someone came out and let him in, and he hasn't come out since. We've got the police around here all round the place, and we know.
Well, you can see for yourself that he isn't in this room. Do you want to look in the cupboard?
Oh, I suppose we should, by rights.
Then go ahead, but make it as brief as possible. I'm very alarmed at the condition of my patient here. I want to get her to a hospital as soon as possible.
Well, it won't take 2 minutes, sir. Just a matter of formality. Come on, Bert and Ted. You look in that other room. I'll have a search in here.
All right, got a lamp, Bert.
Helen. Helen, dear. It's all right, Helen. Helen, can you hear me? Oh, please. Please don't cry like that. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's Henry. Don't you know me?
Don't look too good, does she?
No. I must have help, but I don't like to leave her. Do you think one of your men could get me some sort of a cab? I've got to get her into a hospital.
Do you think she'll be all right, sir?
Why, what do you mean?
Well, she looks to me as though she's, what you might say, sort of lost her reason.
Don't say that. Why, what do you know about it? She's had a bad shock and nothing more. She'll be all right if only you'll do as I ask and not stand there gaping.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. No offense meant. I'll go down and speak to the sergeant right away.
Helen. Oh, Helen, my poor darling. Oh, don't say I've done this frightful thing to you. Must the curse fall on every living creature that I love? Oh, heaven, not this. Not this.
Here, I say. What's going on here?
Well, who are you anyway? What do you want?
Name is Poole. I've come here to see someone in this house.
Well, you can't get in here. The place is surrounded.
What for?
None of your business. What do you want to get inside for?
I've got to see a lady. I've got an urgent message for her.
Well, it'll have to wait. No one gets in or out of this house till we've got the man we're looking for.
Something serious?
Just a plain case of murder, that's all.
Murder? Here?
No, not here. But the cove what done it is. Ever heard of Edward Hyde?
Edward Hyde? He's here?
Surest thing you know. We tracked him to this place, and we know he hasn't got out.
But what would he be doing here? Why, this here is a most respectable neighborhood.
Just shows you can't believe appearances. Maybe he came to pay a visit to the young lady you're after.
Miss Peters? Why, you must be mad.
Peters? Is it her you're after?
Yes, why?
I just come down from her room. There's something pretty funny the matter with her.
Why, what do you mean?
The doctor says she's had a fright. If you ask me, she's clean off her head.
Miss Peters is?
Yes. All right, here they come now. Sergeant's letting them come because the doctor told him it's urgent.
The doctor? Why, it's Dr. Jekyll.
Do you know him?
I'm his servant. We've been looking for him everywhere.
Well, there he is, as large as life.
Dr. Jekyll! Dr. Jekyll!
Why, fool, whatever brings you here?
I've been looking for you, sir, everywhere.
Well, you found me. Come here, give me a hand with Miss Peters. Take her other arm and help me get her into that cab.
My goodness, sir, she do look bad. And to think that I was talking to her only this evening when she came to get that drawer from your place.
Shut up, you fool. Don't you see those men are listening?
I'm sorry, sir.
Do as I say. Take Miss Peters' arm and don't say a word until we're through this court of police. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Helen. Helen, can you hear me?
Yes?
Open your eyes and look at me.
Where am I?
You're in my home. I brought you here 5 days ago.
5 days? I don't remember.
Well, don't try to. You've been very ill, but you're getting better now. I'm taking care of you.
Are you, Henry? What happened to me?
Don't try to think. Just lie there and let me hold your hand in mine.
But there's something I want to remember. Something terrible. It's there at the back of my mind, but I can't quite find it.
You mustn't. If you try to think and upset yourself, I'll have to give you something to put you to sleep again. You wouldn't want me to have to do that, would you?
No. What happened at the clinic?
They're doing the best they can. Dr. Lanyon will be back from his honeymoon at the end of next week, and that will make things better.
But who's looking after all the sick people?
Now, you're not to worry about that. That's how you've made yourself sick. You've been working too hard. You've had a very bad breakdown.
I have?
Yes. And you've got to take great care of yourself. As soon as you're well enough, I'm going to take you away. How would you like to go to the south of France, or perhaps to Italy?
Do you mean that?
Of course I do. Now, you just lie there and don't talk. And think of where you'd like to go as soon as you get better.
Will you stay here beside me?
Well, I'll just go into the next room for a few minutes and have a word with your nurse. Then I'll come back.
Don't be long, Henry. I feel afraid of something. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to be alone.
I'll come back just as soon as ever I can. Now, close your eyes. And don't worry, dear.
I'll try.
Oh, nurse. How long did she sleep this afternoon?
About 2 hours, Doctor.
And when she woke, you noticed signs of returning consciousness. Did she say anything?
She asked for something to drink.
Nothing else?
She seems to be trying to remember something.
That's natural. She's been unconscious for 5 days, don't forget. And there's bound to be certain gaps in her memory. Will you try to remember everything she says and report it to me?
Yes, of course.
She didn't mention anything about someone named Hyde.
No, sir, nothing at all.
Good. Let me have a look at the temperature chart. Yes, that's much better. Just keep on as you're doing and avoid all excitement. She must be kept perfectly quiet.
I quite understand that, sir.
And I think you can reduce the number of doses of dormant. Quickly, she's had another relapse. Look, she's out of bed. Helen!
Get away, get away. I can see it all again.
Get an injection ready, nurse. I'll manage her by myself. Helen, be quiet, dear.
I
Be
can't.
quiet.
I'm not sick anymore. I remember everything. I remember how you came to my room. I can see you standing there, gripping the table. Your face, your hands, and your dreadful cry.
You don't know what you're saying. You must be quiet. You must get back into bed.
I'm not sick, I tell you. I can remember. You came to my place at midnight, didn't you? I opened the door, and there you were, crouching in the shadows. And the policeman with the lantern.
Be quiet. This is all part of your sickness now. You've dreamt it all.
No, I haven't. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw you measure up the liquid and put it in the little white powder. And all the while they were knocking on the door, and you were terrified. And you turned to me with your face ghastly pale, and the perspiration running down your cheeks. I can see the way your mouth was open, and you gasped for breath, and then you drank. Oh, I can see it all.
Nurse, have you got the hypodermic ready?
You can't stop me from speaking. I won't have you drugged. You can't keep me here.
Helen, be calm, be calm. You must be calm. Don't you know what you're doing? You'll make yourself ill again.
Let me go. I won't stay in this house. I saw you. I know what happened. I know what you are.
Yes, Doctor.
Hold her arm while I give it to her. We've got to get her calm again.
No, let me go. Don't touch me. Don't come near me. You're Edward Hyde. I saw you with my own eyes, I tell you.
Whatever is she saying?
It's the wildest form of delirium. Take no notice.
It's not. I saw it. He drank down the medicine and I saw him change. I saw him change right before my very eyes.
Hold her, nurse, steady. That's right. Oh, thank heavens for that. There shall soon be quiet.
Quiet! I'll never be quiet! I'll never be quiet again!
Helen, don't you understand that this is just a dream?
It's not. I swear I saw it happen.
Thank heaven. She's growing quieter. Come and help me lift her into bed.
It's the worst time she's ever had.
Yes. It's very serious. If there are many more of them.
Do you think her mind might be permanently affected?
It may be. There. Poor soul. She's gone to sleep. We'll see how she is when she wakes. If she's no better.
Will you be somewhere near?
Yes. I've canceled all engagements. I won't leave her. No one must attend her but myself, as long as she persists in this mad delusion that I am Edward Hyde.